Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Mike. I'm just coming through with another video for you guys. Today is Saturday, the 15th of June, 2019. Oh, y'all miss me already? Alright, well, hold on. Let me come into it. There we go. So, um, this week I spent a lot of time online and watching some panels, watching some videos. I watched some news, listened to the radio, talked to my kids. Let's see, last week took the boys out shooting, went and shot some guns and stuff. Hung out with my two young 19-year-old men. Um, you know, talked to the family and whatnot. And uh, me and my wife have been watching some shows, and she made a comment. She said something like, it's really weird that men are not men anymore. It's like, what happened to the men? Guys used to be like actual men. She said she can't go to the store and see guys that she would consider men anymore. She hears, um, sometimes like my boys talking to their friends, or if we're talking to clients or whatever, and she just described them as, she doesn't see them as men. And she understands why um, women talk about men the way that they do, and why all this stuff is happening out there in the world, and um, this whole feminism movement and all that. She doesn't agree with everything, but she understands how we got to the point that we're at. So I wanted to make this little video right here, and I called it. It's gonna be 5 life truths for men. Okay, things that it's information that some guys really aren't getting fed. Nothing too serious, just some quick information for young guys out there. All right, so I'm just gonna get into it real quick, and we'll make this one short. All right, so first truth that I want to share for guys is you are responsible for everything in your life. Alright, hold on. Let me take this off real quick so you guys can see the whole image. There you go. Alright, so I was with a client a couple weeks back, and he told me he got fired because he got into a car accident, right? And oh wait, hold on. Let me get back in here now. I'm coming back, y'all. Wow. All right. So he told me he got fired because he missed work due to a car accident. All right. And so I had to think about it for a little while, and I was like, "Hold up, dude. You're telling me you got into a car accident, called into work, you missed work, and then you somehow got fired due to that, right?" And he used that as his excuse. So I did some. I started backing up with him and finding out, what was really going on, because I wasn't believing this you know this event that he got into an accident and he got fired. So I started asking him questions and whatnot, right? So after talking to him for a little while, come to find out, this dude is late to work a lot. And I'm talking, sometimes it's 5 minutes, sometimes it's 15 minutes, sometimes it's 3 minutes, right? So at the end of the day, this business is there to make money, okay? But he was only seeing the fact that this time is the reason. Like, this one thing is the reason he got fired. Okay, and so I had to break it down to him. I said, "No, dude, you got fired because you have a history for being late. You always have an excuse or whatever to not be at work, not be where you're supposed to be. They're dependent on you to be in place when they need you there, so that they can make the money, so that they have the money to pay you for the hours that you're there. They need you there for them to make their money. All right, you weren't there. too often, this just happened to be, what did they say, that the straw that broke the camel's back. All right, it's another time you miss work. Okay, now they're looking at it as, okay, this dude got into a crash, right? He's gonna have physical problems or hospital visits and all. He's gonna miss more work. Okay, so they're like, you know what? He's not even worth the risk anymore. Okay, so that's life truth number one. You are responsible for what happens in your life. Okay, you got to take charge, man. You got to be in control. That's why, I talk about everything, and everything can be consumed in three things, right? So I talk about your health, your wealth, and your energy. Okay, if you control those three things, your energy being like your soul, your spirit, what things you make important in your life. So if you take care of those three things, you know what I'm saying, you can live the life you want. There's not a lot of people that are doing that, and you see how their life is turning out. They're not in control of what's happening in their life, right? But they are still, either reaping the rewards or facing the punishment for doing and not doing. So yes, one, you are responsible for what happens in your life. All right. Life truth number two. All right. Oh, let's get out of that. Oh, my bad. Over here. Yeah, see? I forgot to put that there. Yep, he got fired. Okay. Yeah, he got fired because he got in a car crash. That's not what happened. Okay. So, life truth number two. Time is moving on without you. Okay? If you go out in the middle of a field, especially out here in Arizona, right, in the middle of the night, and you lay down, the stars are moving. It looks like the stars are moving, but no, that's the earth spinning. All right? No matter what happens, whether you do or you do not, time is going to move on. Okay? And we are all limited to the same 24 hours in a day. Same 60 seconds in a minute, same 60 minutes in every hour, same 24 hours in every day. All right? What you do with that time is up to you. Okay? So that relates back to number one. You're responsible for everything that happens in your life. Okay? Life truth number two. There's no timeouts in life. Okay? The sun's going to keep shining, and then it's going to set, and the next day it's going to come up again, and it's going to set. All right? So we have a limited amount of time to do what needs to be done. All right? If you're trying to start a business, if you're trying to meet somebody, if you're trying to have a family and all that, the longer you wait, that's on you. Life is not going to wait. Okay? Things are just going to happen. All right? And so if you procrastinate, that's your fault. You can't blame nobody but yourself. All right? So that's life truth number two. Time is moving on without you. All right? And think of it like this. The longer you wait to start something, the less time you're going to have to celebrate. All right? All right. So let's move on to number three. Okay? Women. For guys, women seems to be one of those things that's they get really confused, really combobulated. You know what I'm saying? But if you stop thinking with your little dingling, right, all the time, and pay attention to their actions and their movements, you can figure women out real easily. All right. If you get around and talk to some women and listen to what they say, ask them some questions, right, you can figure them out real easily. Okay. But I'm gonna break it down into the simplest form that I can think of. Okay. Women are emotional creatures. Okay. Men are logical. All right. Something happens. We think with logic. How do we want to handle this situation? And then we react. Okay. Women when an event happens, when something, whatever's happening, however they feel about what's happening is how they react. Okay, we do a risk versus reward situation as men. Women, they just let it out depending on how it makes them feel. Okay, they watch a movie, they could be at the movie theater, right? They see something sad on the screen and they start crying and they get all emotional about it, right? Now, for us guys, we could be watching the same thing no matter how sad it is. You know what I'm saying? If you sitting in there and your boys or whatever, or you're trying to impress the girl, you ain't gonna let them tears flow. Right? Okay? Because we're like, nah. There's no reward if I'm in here crying with her. You know, the female's supposed to cry, right? And the guy ain't supposed to be in here crying doing what the same thing the female's doing. Okay? So that's how you break it down. Like, women are not hard to figure out. Alright? Stop thinking with your ding-a-ling and just aiming for the pleasure zone, right? And actually get to know them, and you'll have a lot better situations and outcomes when dealing with women. Alright, you'll know why they're doing what they do. Alright? And see, I just put it up here, you know, women, it ain't hard to figure them out. Like, look, this lady right here, she's having a good time. Whether that's her friend, her boyfriend, her brother, whoever it is, she's letting them know, you know what, right now I'm happy, I'm good. Okay? Same thing right here. We got, what's this one over here? She's sad, she's stressed out. Alright? And they let us know. You ain't never gonna see a girl smiling like this, but stressed out. Completely stressed out. Alright? Okay? This one here, she confused. She went traveling somewhere overseas or something, and she don't know which way she's supposed to go, so she confused. She gonna let her know, right? You can see it on her face. And this one here, hey, she looked like she about to murder somebody. You know, I don't know. And she drinking some beer. Is that beer? I think it is. All right, so hey, she in there drinking beer by herself. Ain't nobody in there with her. She pissed. She mad. Yeah, somebody gonna get their car scratched up, windows busted. Alright, so that's life truth number 3, guys. Women are not hard to figure out. Alright. You know what? That's gonna lead me right into my number 4 idea. Okay, so women are not hard to figure out. That's the truth. Okay, you just gotta get around them, talk to them, pay attention. Okay, pick up the cues, watch their body language, all that. So that's number 3. Women are not hard to figure out. Number 4. Okay, where is it at? Number 4, life truth for men. Okay. Women act right for the right man. See that? That's wifey right there. Okay. If I tell Stacy I want to go on a bike ride, let's go for a ride. You know, if she don't have nothing else nothing going on that she has to be doing, she can say all right, and she's gonna jump on the back of my bike with me, and we'll go for a ride. Okay. Every morning I wake up, she's got my coffee ready. Every night before I go to sleep, she puts up my tees, my boxers, my socks and stuff, so that when I get up in the morning, I don't have to go looking for stuff when I'm getting ready for work. I know right where it's at. She takes care of me. She cooks dinners. When I'm gone, she's doing laundry. She's cleaning the house. Oh, and by the way, she makes money on the side too. You know what I'm saying? Like, women are going to act right for the right man. Alright? A lot of guys are online complaining about the things that women do. And this leads back to, you know, rule number 3. Women react off of their feelings. Okay? So, going back to rule number 4, if a woman is not feeling you, you are not the right one. If she's disrespecting you and she's acting up and giving you attitude a lot, okay, you're not the one for her, which means she's not the one for you. Alright, so you guys stop confusing this whole message, trying to force some Disneyland prince marriage everyone lives happy ever after, all that crap. All right, that's not real life. All right, if she likes you, she will let you know. If she does not like you, she will let you know. Okay, a lot of times girls will act up when they don't like a guy. They will try to get the man to break up with them, so that they don't end up looking like the bad guy. All right, you guys got to get those cues, man, and stop forcing relationships and whatnot, and then you end up getting screwed over big time. You know, um, yeah, that's a lot of the complaints that are out there is guys either read about other people's situations and decided that that was going to happen to me, so I'm not going to get involved. I'm going to blame women for everything bad. All right, um, you can't do that, because that goes back to rule number one. You are responsible. Okay, and what I mean, how rule number one, you are responsible for everything in your life, and rule number four, women act right for the right man. How they relate to each other is that if a woman is disrespecting you and she's acting up, you know, you're supposed to let her know that you're not going to accept certain behaviors. Plain and simple. If she continues with those behaviors, it is up to you to end that relationship. Okay, that's going to get rid of that stress in your life so that you can move on and go find something that's not as stressful. All right, plain. That's as simple as it is, guys. I mean, it doesn't get any simpler than that. All right. Yeah, women act right for the right man. If she don't act right for you, walk away. You're gonna have to do some introspection and find out what was it about yourself that caused her to not respect you the way you wanted. Okay, but that's still on you. All right, you can fix yourself as much as you want, but the longer you take disrespect, that's your fault. Okay, you can't blame her because you allowed her to be this person in your life that created stress and whatnot. All right, so that's life truth number 4. Women will act right for the right man. Okay, and rule number 5. Rule number 5, guys. Where's our camera at? Okay, rule number 5. Get my face in there. Rule number 5. Okay, bring it back. I got big hands. She wasn't lying. All right, rule number 5. Where's my cursor at? All right, rule number 5 is no risk, no reward. Okay? If you don't get out into this world and start doing things, you'll never know what you're made of. You'll never find out the greatest parts of living a life. Okay? If you don't try for something, you'll never know if you could or couldn't do it. All right? So up here, I just wanted to, this is just going to be a quick little breakdown of I would say the last 20 years of my life. Okay, so I joined the military. I turned 21 in basic training. All right, traveled the world, saw a whole bunch of things. I've been to war. I saw a whole bunch of countries. I've been to countries that I never thought I'd go to. You know, one of my favorite movies of all time is The Godfather. In fact, the whole Godfather series, right? So while I was in the military, I actually got to go to Sicily. All right. Do you know what it's like to actually see Sicily in person? Like, we can see the movies, and you can talk about like the fields of the grapes and the mountainsides and the nice island, because they have that Greek style island. What's that called? Like how they build their buildings and stuff like that on the side of the cliffs and whatnot. But I got to see Sicily. Spend a few days out there. All right. You know, I've been to all over the place. I spent 4 years in Japan. Been to Okinawa. I went to North Dakota. Bruh, I couldn't even point North Dakota out on a map unless it said North Dakota on it. All right. um, yeah, when I got stationed there, I came to Arizona. That's how I got here. Right. In fact, that's what this is right here. Okay, that's me and Wifey. I think last year, maybe the year before, um, we went hiking with our daughter. My daughter took this picture. That's the desert in the background, but I think that was facing the side that doesn't have the. We're near a mountain, right? So anyway, that's me and Wifey. I wouldn't have met this lady had I not joined the military, and went and did what I did and saw what I saw, and ended up here in Arizona at the end of my military career. All right. Because of my service in the military, um, I decided I didn't want to do construction. I didn't want to do plumbing anymore and all that. I went and got my barber's license using my VA disability, um, whatever that's called, the rehabilitation program. Okay, so I went and got my barber license. I cut hair when I was younger, cut my brothers, cut some friends, and it was something that I enjoyed, and so I decided to go get my barber license. All right. I met some really great people in the bike clubs and the bike club scene. Um, when you leave the military, you lose a camaraderie, right? You don't come across a lot of people that you would really consider friends and people that you trust with your life, like you do in the military. But in the bike club scene, the motorcycle club scene, um, I had the chance to vote in or vote out people that I didn't think belonged. All right. So in my club, yeah, when you become a voting member, you really learn to vet people. Really get to know them. Know their insides, know their outsides, know what they're really about. All right. Because with any group or any club, the weakest link. What does that say? A chain is only as strong as its weakest link, right? So you want to make sure that everybody's in there and following the mission of the club. Just like when you're in the military, you want to make sure everybody's trained and ready to go to war, because at any moment something could pop off. Okay? So you want to make sure in training you train each other, you get each other ready for war. And in the motorcycle club, same thing. When we ride, we ride. Whatever we got going on, that's our mission that day. All right. So, last but not least, this is my family right here. Okay, my two boys. I got a granddaughter, and then three daughters, and Wifey. Okay, this is Wifey right here, Miss Stacy. All right. Had I not joined the military, had I not put my life on the line, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't join the military because I thought I want to go save my country or anything like that. I actually joined in '98. We weren't in a wartime. We weren't at war. Clinton was just dropping bombs every day in Iraq, but the world didn't really know how many bombs he was dropping and how often it was happening, right? But we weren't at war. Right? There were some other things going on in the world. So when I joined because I needed to learn a trade, and so that's what I did. I chose the military as I wasn't gonna be no college boy. I didn't have time for it. I didn't have the discipline, I think, to go to college full time. All right. So I said, you know what, the military is gonna train me and pay me to learn something. I was like, cool. What I'm saying? My hustler came out. I said, hey, that's fair trade right there. Find me how many other jobs where you learn like from day one on the job training and you get paid full time. All right. So that's what I did. But had I not taken the risk, and me being family oriented, if you guys seen in some of my other videos, I was adopted into a beautiful family that took care of me after my mom put me in foster care at 5 years old. I went through the foster care system and everything, and I was like 5th grade. I got adopted by my Shinnery family. All right, and so I have a strong what's the word I'm thinking of? I don't know. I just like I'm family oriented. Let's just put it like that. You know what I'm saying? I've always been good with kids. I love my brothers and sisters. We have a big family. My mom adopted me and three girls, right? As well as she had three boys of her own. I got three brothers, and there was a time when I was in elementary school where one of our cousins was living with us. So we always had a lot of people. So a lot of guys, get online and they talk crap about that whole single mom thing and all that. You know what? To each his own is what I say. Some guys can handle it, some guys can't. I'm not going to say I'm more of a man because I was able to get with a single mom and we raised all of our children together and had great experiences doing it. I'm not going to say I'm more of a man than somebody else. That, to each his own. That's his life. I'm proud and I'm happy with the experiences that I've had. I'm proud of the experiences I've had with the family that I've got. And I don't regret it, and I wouldn't. I wouldn't give it up for the world, man. This is my beautiful family right here. All right. So when I talk about my boys, you guys see those are my two boys right there. Okay, my granddaughter. My three girls. Okay. So without risk, there's no reward. That's life truth number 5. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end it with that. Just wanted to get this message out there. Share this. If somebody needs to hear these messages, get it to them. All right. But yeah, go ahead and hit the where am I? Over here, like and subscribe. There's like a bell down there somewhere. Hit the bell. Check me out on my Patreon in case my YouTube ever gets pulled down because I said a cuss word or something. I don't know what's gonna happen. I just see things happening on YouTube right now, and some of the guys that I follow are posting up all the people every day that are getting knocked off of YouTube. So if my videos ever get taken down or whatever, you can still find me on Instagram and Facebook and on my Patreon. I have a subscription. Like you sign up on my Patreon, you can see I have different subscriptions you can have, and we can interact and everything. And I'll make videos just for you if you check out my Patreon. All right. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go enjoy. Apparently, somebody's looking for me, so I'm gonna go enjoy the rest of my weekend. Happy Father's Day to all of you guys out there in the manosphere. All you guys that are trying to be men, be the best man you can be. All right. Go out there and be the best version of yourself that you can be. All right, improve every day, whether it's doing an extra push-up or something. All right, but always seek to improve yourself. All right, until the next time, aloha.